Hello everybody, my name is Drew and welcome back to Sky Factory 3, where as you can see, I have been very busy. Let's talk about what the hell's going on here. I've been really hard at work here and I am now wearing a complete set of dragon armor. I was able to, I went into the end and hunted the Ender Dragon for a whole bunch, as you guys remember, and so, wait, did I have this last episode? I don't remember if I had the full set last episode. I think we made it last episode. It's been a few days since I've actually like paid attention to what I was editing in the video. And anyway, doesn't matter. I've got this guy, and I have the full set, which is it's ridiculous. If you're wondering why it looks all strange, it's because my helmet has permanent night vision on, which is really handy because it flickers like crazy when you're driving around the lit up area versus non-lit up, and like depending on what shadow I'm standing in. So we have night vision all the time, makes life really easy. The chest plate gives us unlimited flying. That's just fantastic. Like it's so fast. My movement speed, actually, I had to turn it down what it was boosting me at because it was almost uncontrollable. And yeah, this is excellent, you guys. We also have a full set of tools, not that we really use them. The sword is wonderful. It does a lot of damage. It can take out most things in like a single hit. It's great. We're having a really good time on this pack now. Like I feel like we're reaching like a kind of a pinnacle moment of getting shit done here. But we have a lot of work to do still. As you can see, the reactor has increased in size a little bit, but let me tell you, this does in fact contain as many blocks as you think it does. And I need more of a lot of things. And so in that vein, I have started a farm just for Yellorium. I haven't made an essence farm yet. I probably should. And that might be the next essence farm that we'll design. Well, not design, build. We're just going to build it. But over here, I decided to get fancy with sieves. And this is the stage of the game that we are at, guys. Check this out. All of this is being powered by this wireless relay. These are, of course, from Draconic Evolution. These connect wirelessly direct to these machines. Unlike these guys, which are the IO crystals, I decided it would be cooler if we did it just with wireless power. I figured out that that is, in fact, what they do. It's not like a Tesseract kind of thing, but it does wirelessly teleport power into objects, and that's, quite frankly, wonderful. In each of these is a diamond stiffened mesh with Civ Efficiency 5 and Fortune 3. Because we are looking for as high a drop rate as we can possibly get with as much speed as possible. And we're looking for Yellorium. We're sieving sand here. Have no fear, we're still producing a monumental amount of sand. And voiding pretty much everything else. This guy is just taking anything that is not Yellorium, and the only thing going into this chest would be Yellorium. It's pretty quick, but I feel like I could scale it up. Or why don't we just make an essence farm? This is what I was saying in the beginning of the episode. But speaking of essence farms, this is the diamond farm. I scaled it up. It's fast. It's very fast. Our diamonds are, well, let's take a look. We have a lot, but I don't think we have nearly enough. 5.5k. That is, to be fair, a ton of diamonds. But when you're putting 9 to a block, and we're going to need thousands and thousands of blocks, we have a problem. We definitely don't have enough yet. We're going to get a significant amount of the way there. But yeah, we need to work on that. So in that vein, I made this farm. It's fairly OP. It's collecting at its max rate. If I still feel like we need to ramp production up, I have an idea. A friend of mine, when I was showcasing this world the other night, pointed out that this is basically as though it's like a Rick and Morty-esque world. His exact wording was, this would be like if Rick played Minecraft for funsies and transcended into doing Skyblock challenging. Because we own this world. We can do literally whatever we want. I'm a literal living god now. With the Draconic armor, I can take basically no damage. I can breathe underwater. Like, I haven't gone underwater yet, but I'm fairly certain we just straight up breathe underwater. Do I even have water deep enough to, like, fly into? I don't think I do. I got my little thing over here. Sorta. It's like 1 deep. But yeah, like, I don't suffer any movement penalties at all. I can mine stuff in the air as though I'm not flying. It's madness. It's absolute madness. Going into the nether, I'm move so quickly, I can't be hit. Yeah, this is like if Rick was playing goddamn Minecraft. So, in that vein, why, oh why, have I not looked into creating alternate dimensions? It's actually one of the things in our achievement book, which is not in my inventory. It's probably in here. Yes. I'm fairly certain there's a whole thing about alternate realities somewhere in here. Green energy. We need to do the green energy stuff. I haven't done that yet. I wanted to do this collect ore from the void with a void ore miner, but I want a newer reactor. I feel like we need to, in the quest to create this all-powerful one that will power all of my machinery, I feel like I need an alternate source of power for the base to just divert more energy, probably with another one of these. I like this core powering everything over here. I think that's fine. But what if I rip the basement out and, oh, computer lag, there you go. So what if I, hear me out here, this is going to be a little bit insane. What if I rip out the lava power generation system? What if I just get rid of it? I can, but we need an alternate source of power. But if I get rid of it, I can clear out space and like I can clear out a lot of this stuff. Like if I just take this, I'm just going to destroy these damn basic drawers. I don't need these anymore. They are leftovers from a bygone era, and they need to be gone from my presence. But we can get rid of these lava generators or move them. I still feel like I need a little more lava generation. I think we're finally reaching peak now with this addition here. But I think what I can do is let's tear this whole middle section here out. What's directly below us? Ooh, right, because that's our power storage there, right? If I take all of this out, including this stupid culinary generator that I thought would work, why don't we put a like tier 4 draconic thing, and then we can use wireless power relay to, or probably a wireless power relay would be the best way to go, or we can just get a really big thing of vibrant capacitor banks, either or. I think the vibrant capacitor banks might be the better way to go, quite honestly. But I like the idea of having like a... Actually, that's not a bad idea. I might move a lot of this lava gen. Oh, look at this. Okay, so I've been having problems with monster spawning, and I don't know why. But there's a creeper over there, and there's nowhere that he should be able to spawn on. But yet here he is, and I'm concerned about that. Like, I have no idea where the hell they're getting in from. But they are getting from somewhere. Anyway, so I think that's an idea that we need to shelve for now. I'm going to start looking into where I want to move the lava gen. I might move it down here, to be honest with you. I think that might be the best way to do this. And I'm going to keep another pool of lava because I want... Well, I don't need the GP anymore because I don't need this angel ring. I fly all the time now. I have transcended the use of the angel ring. Oh, that is probably a lot better. Because I think every time I landed, the angel ring would kick on. And yeah, okay, that's better. I'll move a little quicker now. So here's, yeah, I'll work out how I want to do this. But I think that's a maneuver we need to make. And we'll work on that. The other thing I wanted to talk about was chicken breeding. This is kind of a long intro for this episode. Bear with me. We've been neglecting the chickens, or rather, I have been neglecting the chickens. They've just been sitting here collecting their resources. In the whole Rick and Morty vein, again, the question is, why don't I have a pocket dimension generating my power like Rick would and have the whole battery there? So I want to breed chickens to do two things. Number one, we need more diamonds. So I want to make a gigantic farm of just a giant chicken farm thing. Like it's going to be chickens making diamonds. I also want to make another one that has redstone and get like redstone generators and just have all of these chickens pooping out redstone that gets turned into power, or lava or something, some combustible form of energy, like coal chickens. I could have a whole coal chicken dimension if I wanted to, which is horrible, but hilarious. And I think we need to do that. So we need to look into doing a proper amount of chicken breeding as well. But that's a thing for another episode. I want to start in on moving around all of this because I think it'd be really cool to have a power guy right underneath this this tree. Like you could look down, like put glass, and you can look down and see the core. So I think that's what's going to happen. Anyway, all right. So I'm going to get started working on that, and I'll be right back, guys. Alrighty, guys. We're about, I'd say midway through the build here. I have this new pool of, well, this is all fire water, because we have a shit ton of it still. Like, my God. So we've got this giant pool of fire water going on, and I'm slowly building everything. I realized it was silly to keep this trying to run while at the same time. We have a ton. We've got 5 million cobblestone. There is over 2,000 stacks. Well, there was 2,000 stacks. We are now consuming this at a very alarming rate, but it's fine. Power-wise, we're running all completely off the reactor there, and it's stable at just a slight decrease. So we are going to need to kick some power in soon. Lava does a surprising amount. But I'll tell you about the snag that I encountered. And that was, I decided that while we're doing this, we might as well upgrade our cobblestone situation. And thus, I've created this. I moved all of our cobblestone down, because I'm planning on, like, digging a lot of this space out. We're going to move a lot of this stuff. I want to move some of these machines as well. But I'm going to make kind of I want to go with like a 7x7 kind of area here that's transparent and has our draconic energy core kind of as a focus. So I wanted to change this stuff all out. And so I've decided to upgrade our stuff to max. And I moved it down here. And it's nice. This is going to be very, very fast. It's the same number that we had before. But anyway, to get to tier 5, which uses emeralds, and we have a ton of, we require blaze rods. And I don't have a blaze farm, or didn't have a blaze farm. Now we do. That's what this chamber over here that you briefly saw. All powered off this nice wireless energy relay, which is connected over there. Like, they have a fantastically long range. I guess I was being a little overdoing it with the relay crystals. But this spawns in a whole bunch of... Sorry, I'm going to interrupt myself here. I need to make this similar setup for the Enderman. This giant box is cool, but would be a lot better is just having rooms full of individual mobs that I'm spawning for a specific resource. In this case, I need them... I need those blaze rods. So that's what's happening here. It's using the same sort of setup as the other one with this advanced item collector. I could make a whole bunch of those and that would be fine, all running off that advanced energy relay. But yeah, so that's where I'm kind of at, guys. What we're doing right now is we're going to be taking out all of these, and we're going to be, well, I need to clear some room in my inventory. Hold on. Oh, actually, no, I can talk about this for a second. This is going to be our lava tank. I decided to go with a 7x7 lava tank, and that should be more than enough for what we're doing. We're going to move the lava power generation probably... I'm probably going to stick it over here somewhere out of the way that's going to be able to contribute to the power. But yeah, I wouldn't worry too much about that. I might use a lot of energy because what I'm going to do is I want to make this bigger in the interim and fill it with diamond blocks so that we get a little more power just off this basic one and keeps our new, I think I'm going to go over the tier 4 core. Because this wasn't too bad to make, but I need more space to make it. So if I have a 7x7, because this was a 5x5, I think, for everything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, that's only 7. Well, if I have... No, if I keep the space for the blocks as a 7x7, I think we'll be okay. Anyway, I'm going to continue building here. Let's tear out all of our crucibles. Do I want to move this one? Yes, we're going to move all of them. This is going to be a messy job. So let's put some stuff away in our inventory. I do have a lot of crucibles already, so why don't we start by placing those then? Here, let's just use this here. Because I already took out a line to fit in the new tank. So all we're going to do is we're going to have them like that. But the idea is, this thing is huge. This is more, I think this is going to be more lava gen than I had to begin with. And we were already on a net positive with our current lava power draw, or lava consumption requirements with our smelters and with our power. So this should be more than enough lava to get the job done. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to do kind of an individual layering thing here. What I want to do is set up the conduits line by line, even though it'll take longer to build it. It's going to be easier to get at these when they're not in the middle of the whole array and I'm trying to dig around for them. And that means I'm not going to get anything kind of reversed or lost in the shuffle. Because that is a danger when you're doing this kind of stuff. If I were to put all of these down, come on now, attach to that, please. Thank you. If I were to put all of these crucibles down and then put all the item filters down, I'm digging around in these, and it's bound to be something gets missed and it's not working to its max capacity. I did that with this smaller one, and this is much larger. So I need to be kind of detail oriented on this guy, which is a little aggravating, but hey, Go big or go home, right? So we're going to keep working on this. I'll be back in a hot bit. Alright, so here's the situation. We're up in business now. Everything's running. We have the exact same, or more or less the same number of crucibles. Actually, we're 3 light, minus however many fell in lava, and for some reason didn't get picked up by my ring. I don't think it was very many, so I think we're fine. But this right now is generating a net positive lava. I'm not sure exactly how much power these are even generating at this point, but they're good to have in case of an emergency. But we're going to break them for the time being. And I'm going to close this down because I want to see if that tank right there is actually getting a lava flow. Are you getting lava flow? Let's turn this off. Unless, hold on, what's the bottom interface of this saying right now? Ah, pull, that's why. We want that to a push. There you go. So that's going to net decrease them until this hits full. And then this will fill back up, and there you go. So the top part of this little buffer tank is going, of course, to our smelteries. We don't need to update that right now. That's working just fine, so I'm not concerned about that. What I was more concerned about was this area over here, mostly because I want to move all this stuff, if you remember. Moving all this stuff is the prime reason for any of this, because we want to put ourselves a shiny new core. Or rather, construct for ourselves a shiny new core. And it's going to look really cool in theory, or hopefully in practice. But in theory, it will look cool. So we're going to take all of these out. Oh, man. So the whole scenario over here was made much easier by something called, I didn't even know we had, called the conduit probe. Man, where has this been all my life? It has a copy-paste mode that you can copy the settings of a conduit setup. In this case, inserting stuff and taking stuff out. I mean, my vertical fly speed is driving me nuts here. There you go. So I copied this exact setup, and then I just right-click with this guy to set everybody to that, and it just does it. It's perfect. Well, sorry, I won't say that. It's not perfect, because the same Ender.io nonsense of where you're clicking can come into play, but it's fine. It's totally fine. And yeah, that went a lot faster than I thought it was going to go. And like I said, we were already generating enormous amounts of lava compared to where we once were. This is good. This is a good thing. Let's toss away some things I don't need in my inventory right now. And let's continue this. So, we've got this going on. I'm going to move this guy. We don't need you. And we certainly don't need these. So we can put those away. Or at least move them for the time being. And we want to... Ooh, we've got a thing here. That's okay. I'm going to break these. And you know what? Is there anything useful in either of these? Honestly, not really. I'm gonna take this guy and this guy, and just for a second, we're gonna avoid all these cactus seeds out. And I need that interface. I don't need anything else. Anything else can go in storage. Perfect. All right, let's throw this stuff back where it belongs. Yep. All right, cool. So we want to make a core. So we need to make another core. So we can go upstairs. We're going to do that. Actually, we can do it from right here, can't we? Look at that. All right, a draconic evolution. And we want a reactor, or not a reactor core, an energy core particle generator? What did we want? These are, so we need the stabilizers for sure, energy core stabilizer. But then what was, I'm going to deactivate you for 2 seconds. We're at a tier 3. Ah, fuck, I forgot. It's already encased. God damn it. So we want to go to at least a tier 4, which means we need to get that much bigger for Draconium, and I need to back these boys up. At least one, making it a 9x9 sphere of safety that we need here. And I think those need to be Draconium blocks, as opposed to, or not Draconium, like Awakened Draconium, because you see it's different there. So I'm wondering if that's what that means. Hold on, let's take a look. Draconium block. Yeah, it doesn't, just looks like it might be Draconium block. So we're going to tear down and activate this guy. And that'll be fine. It'll run there. Okay, let's make ourselves some space. So this is, we know this is the center right here. Let's put a block in there and mark it. This is directly below that. So why don't we kill all this? I'm going to move these conduits. I know that I'm interrupting power flow to a lot of stuff, but that's Honestly, it'll be fine. I'm going to link into our draconic network for the time being. I do have a crystal. I do have an IO crystal. So we're going to slap this guy down over here, and it will be okay. So we're going to need to shift right click this guy into output, because it'll be an out of the network. We'll grab our crystal and binder. And I should be able to just connect it to this guy. There you go. So this network's getting power now. I should see a net positive over here, or nothing. Nothing. Perfect. And this stuff, I believe, is running off a completely separate power thread. Yeah, that stuff's all running off of that power thread, so we should be okay. Pardon me. What is this? Oh, this is a whole bunch of soul sand. When did I do that? Oh my god, I completely forgot about this chest. It's been here forever. Okay, well, let's fucking break it. And I guess well, let's put stuff away. Like that. I don't even care. There you go. Into the network you go. I'll be dealing with you at some point, I'm sure. Get rid of that. Get rid of those. Get rid of that guy. Okay, cool. So we want to be able to build a core right there. So let's open up our Draconic Evolution tablet, which I have somewhere, I'm sure. And we're slowly running out of time this episode. So what I might do is you know what? I'm gonna make a cut. I'm gonna build the core, get it all set up and running, and then we'll come back and we'll see what this guy looks like and see what I come up with. I'll be right back, guys. Alrighty, let's put a bow on this bad boy. So this is our new energy core. This is a tier 4. I got everything to work. This is a little tighter than I thought it was gonna be, and that's my fault for building kind of a cramped base and not planning this out. I'm gonna definitely have to move things around once I get everything figured out. I think what I'll end up doing for the lava stuff is have, I guess I'll make it just like a pillar of them or something. I might have to move, as much as this is gonna suck, I might have to move these machines. So what I might do is I might lower them. I think what I'll do is I'll lower them down and maybe move things around just a little bit more. I don't know. We'll see, because then I gotta move my farms if I do that. But what I'm thinking about doing is just around the tree here, having a very cool glass look to it. And then I've got this guy over here. I'm going to redo the lighting as well so that it all matches up. But I've got this guy down here if I wanted to use an elevator for some reason. I'm going to move, these vibrant cells are going to go. Right now it's kind of operating at a loss still, I guess, because this doesn't make quite enough power to keep up with demand, although it should go pretty quick. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. The point that matters here is I'm now ready to start charging this guy, and it might be smart to start doing so soon, because it's going to drain a lot of power in the meantime to fill this guy. It's a 9.88 billion RF is stored in this. That's a lot of power. A tier 5 reactor is even larger, but unnecessary, I think. For our, like, just our regular base core, this should be fine. I'm trying to figure out how I want to do this. I think the best way is going to be to lower this part of the basement level. Like, I'll kind of chop everything off and make a little stair set, and I will lower that because I will also lower the reactor and make it bigger. I think we're ready for that power transition, and it'll be better. It'll be much better, I think. I might actually even move the reactor. I might move the reactor as a whole down a level so that its roof is equal to this floor, and then as well expand the reactor so that it's this wide. It's going to go over one more, and we'll go back one more to make sure that it is still square. Because then that'll add, yeah, that should add the right amount of distance to make sure everything still stays relatively the same ratio. But we're going to use a similar, actually, no, we'll use the same pattern we've got here, but I'm going to use diamond blocks to fill it up. And that should generate a lot more power for us and keep everything in the base running until we get the gargantuan reactor going. And yeah, that's kind of where we're at, guys. At any rate, I'm going to call that an episode. I got a lot of work to do before I'm ready for the next one. This needs to look a lot nicer and neater. I'm probably going to end up moving some of this other stuff around too, just to make the base look nicer, because I would like a nicer looking base, man. It's starting to get there, because, yeah, why not? This is my universe, and I'm going to rule it with an iron thumb, or iron fist, whatever it is. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. You know what to do. If you liked it, go ahead, leave a like. You can always find other work I've done in the description box below. And, of course, thanks for watching. See you next time. Have a great day. Bye bye.